Gene Deal is over on Art's channel, and he told a story about Bokeem and Tupac going into New York and buying powder or something like that. Did you see that? Did you see that clip? Do you know what he's talking about?
God damn, John. I told you, John. I told you. Stop making me tap at the gene. Oh, man. I guess we ain't tapping at him. Y'all really say me and John be rehearsing these things, but I tell you how John be hitting me out of left field with questions, which I'm glad. Shit, that's what we need. Because I done lost my nigga Keepy D, and I ain't got nobody to argue with and go back and forth with. And I need some views because I spent too much money for Christmas. But anyway, it was a dog food, which is heroin. It wasn't powder cocaine or anything. But I heard the interview. I think people are running out of content. I told you I can do this all day, y'all. Y'all say Reggie run out of content. I can just go and respond and shit, and I can make content all day. My boy Gene, y'all, that's some made up shit, y'all. I always try to say these are my opinions. I can't speak on stuff I don't know about. I try to stay away from it. But knowing Pac, being around him, I'm not saying I was best friend. I'm not saying I'm Gaddafi, Fado, Felony, Noble, Edie, Napoleon, or Molly, or Kendrick, or Mopreme, or anybody like that, or even Suge Knight, Trayvon Lane, and Buntry. I'm not trying to say I was like that with them. I probably was more like Trayvon Lane and Buntry and them when it came to Pac, because as y'all saw from that video that John just recently put up. But if y'all saw that video, y'all see how we had cliquish. We had, everybody kept to themselves. But my point is, I just want y'all to go listen to this, and hopefully John can maybe put up some of that footage. If not, he can maybe tag it and link it to it, where Nate Dogg gave us one of my favorite interviews. And I said Nate Dogg, and I meant to say Joe Cool. Gave me one of my favorite live streams that we did, where Joe Cool said why he always respected and loved about Tupac Shakur was how he pulled him to the side. And he said what he said about his mom being on drugs and how I'm here to help you get off of it, and just went into it about how he, he'd been around that, and any of his friends, anybody that he know alike, he would do whatever he can to help him get off of drugs. And so after hearing that interview with Joe Cool, knowing how all I ever seen anybody around Pac do was marijuana. They smoked a lot of weed. They smoked weed. But nothing harder than that, and alcohol. I can't see Pac ever, and being all of that he went through with his family and his family, I'll just say that. His mother, he put it in a song, so that he would go with a friend to purchase drugs in Harlem that was more than just weed. I don't believe it. That ain't the Tupac I know. And from his teaching and preaching and all of that, don't see it, y'all. Don't see it. So I think that's one of those things that he did for views, y'all. Gonna get a response, I know. Hate to do it. Hate to say it. I call a ball, strike, strike. Chips fall where they fall. I don't believe it at all. At all. Yeah. Hate that he put out that information like that, especially if you didn't see it firsthand. So yeah, that's what I call it on. Not the person that did the interview, just like John does. John put a mic in front of me, and he say, "Tell me your story. Mm-hmm. Tell me what you believe." And so I'm not putting it on the interview or the channel. I think that's something that the interviewee may have felt or wanted to put out in the universe because of their disdain for that particular artist, Tupac Shakur.